Have you ever noticed how getting up from the couch feels a little harder than it used to? Or maybe walking up a few stairs leaves you more winded than expected? If so, you're not alone. And let me tell you, it's not about age catching up to you, it's about what we do or don't do each day to stay strong. Here's the good news. You don't need a fancy gym membership or heavy equipment, or even a personal trainer to feel stronger, more balanced, and full of energy. You don't even need to leave your house, because today we're going to talk about 7 easy exercises you can do right at home, no matter your fitness level. These movements are simple, gentle, and powerful, and they can truly make a difference in your daily life. Now, before you start picturing intense workouts or hard-to-follow routines, take a breath. That's not what this is. This is about reclaiming your strength, bit by bit, in ways that feel good and actually work. Think of this like brushing your teeth. It's just a small habit you build into your day, but the benefits can be huge. Let's start with something that might surprise you: the power of a chair. Yes, a simple chair, preferably one that's sturdy and doesn't have wheels. One of the best exercises to build strength in your legs and improve your balance is something called the sit to stand. But really, it's just practicing getting up and down from a chair without using your hands. Sounds easy? Maybe not at first, but give it a try. Here's how. Sit in your chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or keep them out in front for balance. Then, use only your legs to stand up slowly. Try not to push off with your hands. Once you're standing, pause for a second, then slowly lower yourself back down to the chair. That's 1. If you can do 5 in a row, that's fantastic. If you can do 10, even better. But even doing 2 or 3 to start with is something to celebrate. This movement does more than just build strength. It actually trains your brain and body to work together in a way that helps prevent falls, boosts your confidence, and makes everyday things, like getting out of bed or climbing stairs, feel easier. And if you feel wobbly, it's okay to keep a hand near a table or counter for support until you gain confidence. Now, once your legs are warmed up, let's talk about something else that's just as important: your shoulders and upper back. If you've ever found it hard to lift a grocery bag or reach up to get something off a shelf, you're going to love this next one. And guess what? All you need is a small water bottle or even a can of soup. Nothing fancy. Here's the move. Stand or sit tall, holding one light object in each hand. With your arms at your sides, slowly raise both hands straight up in front of you until they're about shoulder height, then slowly bring them back down. Go at your own pace. Try not to lock your elbows and keep your movements smooth and controlled. This simple motion does wonders for your shoulder strength and posture. You see, as we get older, our upper body naturally loses some of its muscle tone, and our posture can start to slump forward. This leads to back pain, tension, and that stiff, tight feeling around the neck. But doing this small movement a few times each day can reverse that pattern. Over time, you'll feel yourself sitting taller, standing more confidently, and moving more freely. Now, here's something important to remember. These exercises aren't about doing them perfectly. They're about showing up for yourself. If your arms feel tired after 3 reps, that's okay. You're still doing the work, and every time you do it again, you'll be just a little bit stronger than the day before. Another favorite exercise that's gentle but powerful is something I like to call the wall press, which is just a simpler version of a push-up. But don't worry, there's no need to get down on the floor. You'll just need a wall. Stand about an arm's length away from it, feet shoulder-width apart. Place your palms flat on the wall at shoulder height, then slowly lean in toward the wall, keeping your body in a straight line. Pause and then gently push yourself back to the starting position. This one's great for strengthening your chest, shoulders, and arms, all muscles that help with things like opening jars, pushing doors, or even just hugging your grandkids a little tighter. And because you're using your own body weight, it's safe and easy to adjust. The closer you stand to the wall, the easier it is. Want more challenge? Step back a little. You might not feel like you're doing much at first, but these small, gentle movements add up fast. You'll begin to notice daily tasks getting easier, your body feeling more stable, and a general lightness that maybe you haven't felt in a while. If you've been sitting for a while, or maybe you feel a bit stiff in the morning, just taking a few minutes to move your body like this can change your whole day. And no matter your starting point, the goal is the same: to feel strong, confident, and independent in your own body. You deserve that. It's easy to believe that after a certain age, weakness or stiffness is just something we have to accept. But that's simply not true. Your body is always ready to respond, to movement, to care, to effort. The key is simply starting where you are. Not pushing too hard, just moving a little more often. Now that we've gotten moving with a few of these simple but powerful exercises, let's keep that momentum going. Now that we've gotten moving with some leg strength, upper body activation, and those wall presses to wake up the arms and shoulders, let's focus on something just as important: balance. Balance is one of those things we don't think about much until it starts to slip. You might notice it when reaching for something off a shelf or when turning too quickly and feeling a little dizzy. And while it might seem like a small concern, a loss of balance is one of the biggest causes of falls after 65. But here's the encouraging part: your balance can improve. In fact, you can train it, just like a muscle. And one of the easiest ways to do this is with a simple standing leg lift. Don't worry, we're not going into anything complicated. This one takes less than a minute and doesn't require anything except your own body and maybe the back of a chair or the kitchen counter for support. Start by standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, holding onto a sturdy surface lightly if needed. Then slowly lift one foot off the floor, keeping your knee slightly bent and your posture tall. Hold for 5 seconds, or however long feels comfortable, then gently bring your foot back down. Switch to the other leg and do the same. It might seem easy at first, or a little wobbly. That's okay.